Okay, so we're doing a HackerRank problem right now, which is the first time in this channel. It's a really fun one, I believe. Um, doesn't have a number, but it's called time conversion. So basically, given a time of 12-hour AM or PM format, convert to military time. So this converts AM and PM to military time, which is 24-hour, meaning that if it's 12:01 PM, it returns 12:01:00 without the PM. If it's, for example, 5 p.m., it should return 17 hours. If it's 12:01 a.m., which is the first couple hours of the day, it should return 00:01 a.m. I mean 00:01 hours. That's it. So yeah, here's another example. If it's 7 p.m., 7:05, 45 p.m., returns 19:05, 45. So this is the answer here, but let's not look at it right now. I'm gonna be uh, writing the answer over here. I wanted to before I start writing, I wanted to think about a couple different things. The first thing is we need to check if it's PM or AM because the rules are pretty different if it's PM, right? If it's PM, you add 12 hours, right? So if it's 5 p.m., you add 5 plus 12, that equals 17, so it's 17 hours. So we need to check if it's AM or PM when it's given to us. And also, when it's PM, uh, we also need to check if it's, we also need to check at 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. because those are a little bit different, right? If it's 12 a.m., it's 00 hours, which is a little bit different, and if it's 12 p.m., it is just 12, so it's the same thing. You don't do anything, right? Like 12:30 p.m. is just 12:30 hours. That's it. So let's start checking that first. I just have a method here, time conversion, which is what was given to us. We get a string, then I just return the substring from 0 to 8, which is everything, which is this part of the code. Which is this part of the string. So basically, same thing, taking out PM. Let's start this. F11. Okay. So we just need a couple of if statements to do this. There's no for loop involved. The first thing we want to check is, again, uh, if it's PM or AM, because there are different rules for those ones. So to check if it's PM, we want to check if the character at this exact point is equal to P, because that's the only difference between AM and PM, the A and the P. So if f.char at position 8, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's position 8, right? If it's equal to P, it means it's PM. So let's create a if and an else here. We write it this way just so that it's easier to read. Okay, so now we know that we're dealing with PM values. Now we need to separate them by, there are two kinds of PM values, the 12 PM and all the other ones. Because if you think about it, 12 PM is the same thing as 12 hours, right? You don't need to add 12 to it because it's not, noon is not 24 hours. Noon is 12 as well. So we need to check if these two are 12. To do that, we're going to create a string. Let's call it sub. Then we're going to take the substring of, sorry, we're going to take the substring of what's given to us, which is basically just taking this part of the time, so we ignore the PM. We already know that it's PM. And then we create a new array of strings. Let's call it answer. And then we're gonna do a split, which is a built-in function. And the split is gonna just basically remove these columns, and then it's gonna add them to this new array that I just created. So sub.split. Here we go. And now all we need to do is check if int, this array at position 0, is equal to 12. If it is equal to 12, then we just need to return whatever it is, because if it's 12 p.m., it's also 12 hours. So if int at position 0 dot equals, because it's a string, right? We use dot equals 12. So if it is 12, it's another if statement. Just return whatever we have. So int at position 0 plus int position 1 plus int at position 2, right? And we also need to add back the colons because we took them out, if you guys remember. So add this back, colon, yeah, just leave it like that. Do an auto format later, colon. So now we manipulated 12 p.m. Now we need to do all the other PMs that's not 12. So to do that, we just need to add 12. Sorry, we need to add 12 to whatever this is. For example, if it's 4 p.m., right? If it's 4 p.m., we add 12, it'll be 16 hours. So int set 0 is equal to int set 0 plus 12, and then we can return this. But actually, that's not exactly what we want to do, because if you think about it, int is a string, right? And I can't just add a 12 to a string. Well, I can add 12 to a string, but it won't add. It will just concatenate. So what we do need to do is we need to get a string dot value of integer dot value of int set 0 plus 12, and then we close this as well. So the integer dot value of int set 0 plus 12, and then you convert it to a string. So we converted to an integer here, and then we added 12, and then we converted it back to a string. So if we run this, it should hit this part of the code and then return 16 hours, 5 minutes. There we go. And if it's 12, let's try and hit this part of the code right here. If it's 12 p.m., it just returns the same thing without the p.m. Awesome. Now we're done with this part. We just need to do everything that's a.m. So once again, what we want to do is do the same thing with the substring. I'm going to actually call it sub as well, just so that we can see that it's the same thing. So we remove the AM part of the code. Let's just, let me add AM here. And then we split it as well, so do the same thing, string, and this is equal to sub.split. So we deleted the the columns. What am I doing wrong? Oh yeah, I need it needs to be an array of strings. So an array of strings, okay. Now, once again, we need to check if it's to see if it's 12 a.m. because 12 a.m. has a different rule. 12 a.m. is actually 00 hours, and everything else is just well, what it is, right? If it's not 00 hours, it'll return over here. So if int position 0 equals position 0 dot equals if it equals 12, right? It's 12 a.m. Then you return, then int at position 0 has to be equal to 00. And then you just return, I can just copy whatever this is. Right, return this. And if not, it'll return just this part. So let's run it again. It should convert 12:05 a.m. to 00 hours. Let's look over here, 00 hours. So that's perfect. And what if it's just like 7 a.m. right? It should just go to this return statement because it didn't meet any of these if statements requirements. So 07 a.m. It's just 07 a.m. That's awesome. Okay, now we can copy and paste this and see if it works. Run code, see if it compiles. And okay, it passed the first one, submit it. And it passes every single test case. This is a great question, very fun one. It requires just a lot of critical thinking. There's not a lot of there's no for loops, so you don't need to think about it that hard. It's just manipulation of strings, which is why it's so exciting to solve. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section, and I'll get back to you. And yeah, have a good day. Thanks you guys.